Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov has confirmed that President Vladimir Putin is likely to visit India in December. The visit is expected to deepen what Moscow now calls a particularly privileged strategic partnership covering trade, defense, AI, finance and multilateral coordination across SCO and BRICS. India doesn't take instructions on who to buy oil from, and Russia respects that. In a sharp endorsement of India's foreign policy independence, Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov said that New Delhi's energy decisions are its own business and not tied to any US agenda. He called India's approach one of self-respect, drawing a parallel with Turkey. Amid Western pressure over Russian oil, Moscow says India will choose its own partners and it stands by that. Asked about possible US sanctions, Foreign Minister Lavrov made it clear India's trade and strategic ties with Russia are not under threat. Any US proposals are welcome, but they won't shape India's sovereign decisions with other third countries.
Prime Minister Modi and President Putin met in Tianjin at the SCO summit in China, and in December, a visit is being planned a visit from Mr. Putin is being planned to New Delhi. We have a very extensive bilateral agenda: trade, military, technical cooperation, finance, humanitarian matters, healthcare, high-tech, artificial intelligence, and, of course, close coordination at the international level within the SCO, BRICS, and bilaterally. This year, my colleague, we buy from other countries, not the United States, but from Russia or other countries. That's our own business. And that has nothing to do with the Indian-US agenda. And I believe that that is a very worthy response that shows that India, like Turkey, has self-respect. They are perfectly capable of making these decisions for themselves. And publicly, my friend who I referenced earlier, when he was asked a similar question, said, if the U.S. wants to sell their oil to us, we are prepared to discuss the terms for this. But what we buy from other countries, not the United States, but from Russia or other countries, that's our own business. And that has nothing to do with the Indian-US agenda.